Hello there, and welcome to my channel Novice Modelling in the Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy and I am the Novice Modeller, and today we're doing the channel review for October, which is a couple of days late because I was waiting for a particular milestone to occur. We've actually passed 1 million views on the channel. That's quite a lot. I mean, bearing in mind that I genuinely started this channel back on February the 16th, 2024, as kind of a bit of a private joke I was telling to myself. So yeah, 1 million views, that's kind of cool, I suppose. For those of you that have tuned in because you want to know the big answer to the question as to how much I've actually earned on YouTube during this what is it now, sort of 21 months that I've been producing videos. Well, I'll get to that shortly, but we'll just basically cut to the chase on some of the things we've done this month, which is the model kits that we produced, because most people come here to watch this Muppet who makes models badly build model kits. He's getting a bit better though, I think. The first kit that we actually built, incidentally, was this Airfix Spitfire back in February, or was it March? And it was hand painted, and I think for a first go it came out okay. The roundels are a bit wonky, and we didn't paint the interior or bother to put the pilot in, but it didn't look too bad. It was certainly downside better than what I used to produce when I was a kid. So there's fireworks going off outside because it's bonfire night, unfortunately, in the UK, so excuse the bangs. In September we started building our AS42 Sahariana, kit number 6530 by Italeri, and this came out kind of well. I think we did a little bit of weathering. We finished this one in early October, and I was quite happy with how it came out, apart from the sand channel keeps on falling off. Oh well, never mind. Them's the breaks, I suppose. So yeah, we finished that one. That was part of what we do called You Choose My Next Build, where I throw normally about 4 kits on a video and ask you guys to pick which one we're going to build on the channel. The next kit that we built and finished was this Captain Scarlet Angel Interceptor by Airfix. This is based on a 1960s tooling and is quite it's a little bit ropey, to be honest with you, but it suits my skills and build style. And we built this as part of something that we decided to call Sunday equals Fun Day Build, and we actually built this over the course of 24 hours and painted it as well. So that looks quite nice. I was quite happy with how that turned out for something that was essentially a bit of a rush job, which, to be fair, quite a lot of my kits are. I don't really go into any hyper detail with them. Next up, we did another Sunday equals Fun Day build, where we built this Douglas A4B Skyhawk by Airfix. Again, built and painted pretty much in 24 hours. Came out reasonably well. We didn't get around to doing any weathering on it because obviously that takes quite a bit more time. It's not perfect, but I don't build perfect models, I just build them for fun. So that one was built and completed this month, or in the month of October. We also addressed this Skyhawk A4F by Starfix, which are it's a 1960s tooling, so you shouldn't expect too much, but they are kind of renowned for making not exactly great kits. Certainly not by today's standards anyway, and as you can see right the way through this thing. We paint this up in Israeli markings because the decals that come with these things are absolutely awful. And this was built over the course of, on and off over about a week. Incidentally, that one cost $3.99 from a charity shop, and this one cost $4.99 from a charity shop. So to address this thing that maybe some new people have come to watch, we're just going to set up now with the computer and have a look. Unfortunately, I'm a bona fide technophobe as well as a Muppet who makes models badly, and doing all this editing of things into a screen and really professional sort of production, yeah, that ain't me, unfortunately. I do apologise. I'm going to throw the computer in front of the screen. I'm just going to scroll through some stuff, so just bear with me a second while I set this up. So this, as I hope you can just about make out, is the channel's homepage. Novice Modelling in the Midlife Crisis is my channel name, because I'm not saying that model making is a midlife crisis, but I'm personally maybe going through a third midlife crisis. And an attribute of the midlife crisis is trying to buy all the things that you didn't have when you were a kid. And currently I have around about 800 model kits in my stash. So yeah, it's a bit of a crisis from that point of view. So as you can probably imagine, building up a collection of 800 model kits over the course of less than 2 years is not a cheap endeavour. It's cost quite a lot of money, to be quite honest with you. And we do haul unboxings, which I'll skip back to in a second, as one of the features in this channel, normally once a month, where we go out and blaze through about £300 on kits and then open them on camera, and you can have a look at what I've bought. So any money that I've made on the channel is obviously massively offset against the amount spent. And you can also say it's massively offset against the amount of time that is spent building models, which is a joy and a pleasure, and actually creating videos, which is also quite a joy and a pleasure, to be quite honest with you. I do actually kind of enjoy it. Now, the first thing you can notice here is that we've actually produced 796 videos in the case of in the space of less than 2 years. So that's an average of 2 a day. Normally we do about 7 or 8 a week. So I'm not quite sure how we got to that many, but I mean that's what the computer box says. So that's what we actually have done. So obviously on here, if you wanted to have a look at this, which I do kind of hope you do, you can have a look at all the most recent videos that we've done, and you can skip into our playlists as well, where you can have a look at sort of playlists for types of videos that we do, like let's get this up to most recent last videos, which we do a lot of kit builds and kit reviews for mainly Second World War stuff. So there's a playlist there for 172nd kits and a playlist for 135 kits. It is worth pointing out that one of my fascinations with model kits, and one of the reasons why I have so many, is that I find the smaller nation air forces of the Second World War absolutely damn fascinating, because there's so many obscure and weird aircraft in there that most people, even if you're quite knowledgeable about, you know, World War II, quite possibly you've never heard of. I mean, for example, in the 135 section, released yesterday, the Hungarian light tank Toldi, a Hungarian tank produced in Hungary by the Hungarians in the Second World War, and well, I'd never heard of it anyway. So anyway, back to this, how much money does this guy make? It's not a lot, I'll tell you. It's not a lot. So here we're actually looking at my analytics page, which none of you that haven't got a YouTube channel wouldn't know what the hell I'm talking about. And this is basically looking at what's been going on the channel for the past 28 days. So as you can see here, we've got 70,000 views over the past 28 days, 5,000 watch hours, which apparently is 1.6 more than usual. We've actually managed to generate 332 new subscribers over the past month, because it's been reasonably successful over the past month, which allegedly is 182 more than we normally get in 28 days. And as you can see here, my estimated revenue for 28 days is £265.89. It's quite a lot of money at the end of the day, you know. But when you look at the line chart here, you will see that we've had some quite steep rises in viewer footfall, if you want to call it that. And prior to that, so I mean, we made, you know, 6,000, 7,000 views on it, you know, on Saturday and Sunday. But generally we get quite a lot less than that. We're normally looking at sort of 900, 1,000, 1,600, 2,000. So model making is a niche market, you know, and if you're not a big model trailblazer, you know, with thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers, you don't get a lot of views, or I certainly don't anyway. So over the past 48 hours, we've had 4,004 views. So when we skip through to this one, which is our 90-day section, so this is everything that's happened over 90 days. So it's just basically the same sort of thing. You can see that we've had 117,000 views over the past 90 days. Remember, we got 70 in the last 30. So we had a very shallow August, you could say, because I had a bit of a model making malaise. The weather was nice and I just wanted to do other things, so I didn't do an awful lot. On some days we were only getting 200 views, but obviously we started doing some more vids in September, and we started, you know, improving and getting more views. And more views makes more money at the end of the day. That's why I tend to try to do one video a day. mainly to try and keep the channel ticking over, because when you stop uploading, the channel just dies, or mine does anyway. So over the past 90 days, we've managed to get 483 new subscribers. So obviously this says that we've had quite a successful last 28 days. And over the past 90 days, we've managed to earn £451.66. So £200, it was, you know, before that we were doing £100 a month, and then we've earned about 250 this month. Yeah, this is why we upload a lot. So this is 365 days. So as we can see here, 590,000 views over 365 days, 41,000 hours of watch time, and 2,000 new subscribers, for a total over the last 1 year of £1,853.96. So now we come to the big figure, as in what's been going on over the past sort of 20 months since the channel started. And as you can see here, we have, our channel has got 1,010,235 views over the lifetime from February the 16th, when the channel started, 2024, to November the 4th, 2025. So it's about 20 months or something like that. 1 million views, 66,000 watch time hours, 4,500 subscribers, and a total of £2,469.15 new pence. It's a lot of money, but when you kind of break it down into, say we produced 796 videos, 2,469 divided by 796 videos is £3.10 average per video, which is a nice little you know, it's a nice little few quid in the pocket. But it does take quite a lot of time to produce just a basic what's in the box kid video. That's, you know, that's probably takes at least an hour or more to sort of prep it and open the box and have a look and do the video, do a bit of editing, create a thumbnail, put all the descriptions and all the other gubbins that YouTube requires. So I mean, it can quite easily take an hour to 2 hours just to produce one. So if you're thinking about doing this for a sort of a living, it's kind of difficult, you know. I certainly could not rely on this money for a living, because the amount of money I spend on model kits is kind of ridiculous. So let's have a look at some of the other things that we can have a look at here, because YouTube do actually provide us with a whole load of interesting stuff to look at. So this is the contents page. So we can see in here, it's basically key moments for audience retention. Now, I don't really look into this very much. I just make videos and kind of hope some of them stick. But it does show that, you know, a lot of these views just come from browse features. So it's just generally people looking through. Suggested videos basically means YouTube have suggested it to you for a reason. Notifications, which is quite low, that's actually part of the subscriber thing, I believe. Like I say, if you're looking for hints on how to create a successful YouTube channel, don't follow me. Don't follow me, I'm a nutcase. So this is the audience section, which I kind of find interesting. This is the lifetime one, obviously. It does actually show on here audience watch behaviour. So 43.9% of our watches are done by new viewers, 37.9% are by casual viewers, and 18.1% are by regular viewers who tune into the channel quite regularly. It will also show us the channels that you normally watch as well. So, you know, there's some big ones there. You know, 22,000 for Gary's stuff, 56,000 subscribers for Model Minutes. So these guys are making a bit more money than me, obviously. Not that I begrudge them that. We can also see the device type that you guys watch on. Apparently 39.8% of you watch on the TV, 24% on the computer. It's amazing how they get these figures, isn't it? You've got age and gender. Apparently 3.5% of our viewers are female, and 96.5% are blokes. Well, that's kind of not surprising. This is for lifetime as well, by the way. So over the lifetime, 13 to 17 years, no subscribers. 18 to 24 years in age, 0.5% subscribers. 25 to 34 years, 2.1% of views. it does seem that, you know, the 55 to 64 year age group is where model makers are, with 47.5%. We can also have a look at geographies, which is where my wall of flags is inspired by, because we can see exactly where you guys live. Well, almost. And as we can see here, unsurprisingly, most of my viewers come from the UK. Obviously, the United States is quite close. It's reasonably close behind. But I mean, we do get viewers from as far away as what's down here at the moment, right at the bottom. Ecuador. Hello, Ecuador. Yeah, you got fireworks. It does appear that, though, in Iceland are some of our most attentive viewers, because their average watch time in Iceland is 5 minutes and 39 seconds. Our least attentive viewers do appear to be in India. 590 views and an average view duration of 49 seconds. So yeah, it's all kind of fascinating and interesting. So what do we do on this channel? Well, we do a lot of what's in the box reviews, and we do a lot of what I call haul boxings, where we open boxes up. And like I've said, I do kind of find aviation history fascinating, and this is one that's recently come in. It's a Italian IMAM Romeo RO57 bis that I picked up for 1746. This is a special hobby. You'll have to tune into one of our unboxing videos to see these. This one here is a rather expensive purchase. This is a Azur from Farman NC223, a 4-engined French aircraft. £56. What was I thinking? Oh my god. And this one here, which is another special hobby. This is the Italian 4-engine effort, the Piaggio P108A. £23.56. That was a good price. Made up for the ridiculous money I spent on the Farman anyway. So that's you know, kind of what goes on this channel. We are actually hoping that a few of you who are new to the channel, or some of you guys who, you know, don't actually subscribe, apparently that's 67% of the viewership are made up of non-subscribers. We would like to get to 5,000 subscribers at some point in the next century, please, just so as I can stop drinking this god-awful Messerschmitt rubbish that I drink when I review Messerschmitts, and move on to this rather nice bottle of Lagavulin Isla Scotch single malt whiskey, a 16-year-old. Yeah, I can't wait to get to 5,000 subscribers so I can crack that one open, I tell you. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you found that kind of interesting, and please know I ain't showing off, because the amount of money that I've spent and the amount of time I put into doing this YouTube for £2,500 seems like a bit of a lame duck idea, to be quite honest with you. But I enjoy it, and apparently there's about 20 people out there that kind of like what I do. So I'll continue making these videos and building my mediocre model kits on YouTube until I can actually build most of my 800 model kits that are some of which are in here. This is the kit building cupboard, because it's only about 4.5 foot wide. And if you want to see some of the 80 kits that we've built, well, there's a few there. I suppose you could say £2,500 in from YouTube. There's about 75 kits that we've built. So if we set it an average of £20 a kit, that's £1,500 worth of kits maybe. Well, I suppose we've made a bit of a profit from that point of view on the ones that we've built. So, hello. Thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. And if you're part of the 67% of people that watch the channel but haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate if you did, just so as I can open that. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, be seeing you.